What is going on, everybody? Friday Night My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 18, I want to say. Crunchyroll has it labeled as Episode 31, titled The Aftermath of Hero Killer Stain. I guess we're just gonna, everything is gonna kind of come full circle here. I don't know if we'll get like a little skip forward of like a week so that all the kids come back to the school, or we're gonna see them finish up their internships. I think one of you commented on my last video that this episode is a filler episode or filler-ish, so we'll see what happens. I think I have 7 episodes left. My plan is to, season 3 comes out in April, so if I can get 2 videos out a week in March, 2, 4, 6, 8, we should be, I want to be on time when season 3 starts. You guys have to let me know the day and the time that My Hero Academia usually drops, because Boruto is like, it drops Wednesday morning, Dragon Ball Super is Saturday night. You guys have to let me know what day My Hero Academia comes out, like what day it usually drops. And I'm just interested to see kind of how the season ends, because season 1 ended with the whole USJ incident. We seen Shigaraki and Kurogiri kind of get introduced and attack, and All Might and all that stuff, and then it ending with the cliffhanger of us seeing Stain. I'm interested to see how this ends. Do they attack the school again? Do they attack All Might out in public? Do they get attacked in the city again like this? Are the other Nomus released? I'm just interested to see how the season ends so that there's hype there for season 3. Like, what's going to make those people come back and watch? Aside from the show being good, I feel like what's the cliffhanger going to be? And I guess we'll find out. So we are pressing play on the episode right now. Fire and smoke rising from different locations on the streets. Wonder what that is. And I thought it sounded like Stain died to me, the way like Deku kind of went over that and said everything. And oh, they got Kurogiri and Shigaraki on camera. Nomu dead. Nomu captured. Nomu dead. Oh wow. Shigaraki, Kurogiri. That depends on tomorrow. So he lost 3 more Nomu. So what did they say? There was a total of 6 of them or 7 they had made. Either way, he's lost 4 Nomus. The best villain, it seems, has gotten captured. But I feel like Stain can't be the best out there. There has to be something else out there better. Um, Something better than a Nomu that's just like attacks on command, and something better than Stain that can hold up like durability wise. I don't know what that's going to be. I guess we'll see. Uh, I'm just interested to see like how it goes here, and when All Might gets down to the point where like he's got like a 5 limit time max. Should be really interesting to see. And I thought Stain died. The way they said he got punctured in the lung and he was just standing, I thought the man straight up died. I feel like that would have been crazy if he died right there, but I feel like I need to see him and Endeavor exchange one more time. Not even fight, just like I feel like Stain has a personal grudge against, and I mean, he's a personal grudge against every hero that calls themselves a hero, but it's not really a true hero. But I feel like there's history between them. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. And I need to see Stain and All Might interact. Do they know each other? Um, and yeah, I would just love to see that dynamic. So here we go. The opening is ending. Yeah, opening's ending right now. Plus Ultra. And here we go. The aftermath of Hero Killer Stain. Hosu General Hospital. And yeah, Ida's going to need a lot of recovery time. Seeing any like that really makes you feel like it's a miracle we're alive. Gran Torino. Can we talk about just how OP Gran Torino still is now at his age? Um, who's that? Oh, here's a question I have. Um, you know how the principal is like this mouse, cat, dog type thing? This Hosu chief police is a dog. There was never, they said that like people got their quirks from being humans, like it just started 80% and 20. Was this person that this dog right now, was he always a dog? Was he a human that his quirk turned him into a dog? Like, for an individual to use a force of power that can easily kill others, actions that normally would be appropriate to denounce to be accepted officially. Even up against the hero killer for uncertified individuals to cause injury with their quirks. Oh, stop it. What were they supposed to do? Let the man go? So pretty much even heroes have restrictions on their quirks. They can't use it to like actually intent to kill or anything. That's what I'm saying. Were they supposed to just let him kill them or what? You're supposed to meddle where you're not supposed to even meddle. Yo, he's gonna turn his flames on in a minute. Yeah, I don't agree with those rules. And I gotta know if my man Manuel, does he bend water or does he create and control water? Because if he just bends water, that kind of sucks that he can't create it. Because if he's in a place with no water, he's pretty useless. Yeah, I gotta know, did my man, like, how do people start, like Tokoyami? He's got this flipping crow head. Was he a kid and it manifested it four, and all of a sudden he grew that head? Was my man born a dog and now he's a huge? Like I don't know. Did an animal get a quirk to turn into a human? I don't know. I need an explanation on the whole physical traits of quirks. That fight in the alley that started in an unexpected way. Oh, they gave it to Endeavor. I can't wait till All Might hears about this. Wow. Who's this? What the fluff is this dude? See, we're getting all this foreshadowing stuff. Is this chick a villain? Because didn't we end season one with whoever the two people were talking on the TV screen to Shigaraki? He told Shigaraki to gather in the villainous elite. Like we still haven't even seen like the top of the top. Not only have they not forgotten, but we ended up being the side story. Because like I want to see like everybody knows who Hero Killer Stain is. I want to see like other known villains, like people hear their names and they get scared. Like you hear All Might, you hear Endeavor, you hear the best Genus. Like you know who they are. I want to see like these elite villains gather that like even All Might is like, okay, I can't handle this all by myself type stuff. Look at my man's haircut. Why are his gauntlets gone, or are they smaller, or what? Tetsu Tetsu. I still don't even know what fourth kind's quirk is, other than him having four arms. Wow. Stop it. They're on TV at least. My God. Girl, put a jacket on when you're inside. Oh, they're actually going on patrol. Nice. Oh my God. It got real serious in that room. What is he like, never gonna be able to use his arms again or something? My left hand might have long term damage. Well, he doesn't boost out of his arms at least. Alright, halfway through, one for all. Smashes villains with a superpower passed down from one generation to the next. The same. True form, All Might, one for all. I mean, that sucks he's got permanent damage, but luckily his quirk comes out of both of my arms. Were pretty beat up, but it looks like the damage to my left arm is especially severe. There was damage to my brachial, but it means I'll have trouble moving my hand and my fingers. I experience some numbness. It's not the end of the world. He's not gonna. He still can be a hero, right? He's gonna leave it. He doesn't want to get it repaired, so it's a reminder. But I mean, he just his hand's permanently damaged from fighting Todoroki right there. I have really high hopes for season three for a lot of these characters, and it starts with Todoroki being able to actually form and control that ice and that fire instead of being a Pokemon that just spams Fire Blast and that spams Ice Beam. He like can control it. I want to see him make like flamethrower balls and ice spears and throw an ice spear with a twirl of fire around it. And wow, they did punish him. Shimurara. Oh, they're gonna talk about him. Yeah, there has to be a Stain flashback on like how he lost his nose and everything. I don't know if he used to be a hero and now he wants to kill all heroes, or those that call themselves heroes. League will go from being thought of as a bunch of juvenile delinquents to being recognized as the group with that ideology. Bingo. Yeah, there's a lot of story left to find out here in these next 7 episodes, and I hope we do. Are we gonna find out who this guy is? Is his quirk be the man who killed my friend, the previous one for all holder Shimura, and opened that hole in your stomach? Oh, all for one? That's a big discussion I want to have right there with that quote. We got to talk about that immediately before I forget. Because he said 2 days later, 2 days later. License. The villains were wild and impulsive, and that turned into enthusiasm. What, and they're gonna show up and be like, you guys want to help me take out All Might? What's that a video of? Was he gonna sell like Stain merchandise or something? Real name. Are we gonna get backstory of Stain right here? All Might's debut left a deep impression on him, and he set his sights on becoming a hero. He enrolled in a private high school, but was disappointed in deprived view of heroes taught by educational system. He dropped out in the summer of his first year. Until the end of his teenage years, he called for a return to the old ideas, making speeches on the street until he realized that the words had no power. For the next 10 years, in order to fulfill his duty, he studied and trained in killing techniques on his own. During this time, his parents passed away, and that affair was considered non criminal, so they just died from natural causes. He emphasized a return to the old ideas of heroes. Heroes should not seek compensation. The title hero must only be granted to those who epitomize self sacrifice. The present day heroes are fakes who are all talk. He wanted society to realize this through his purges one after another. That's kind of the backstory I figured. I must take. But that doesn't explain what happened to his face. How'd they get this video? Who was filming that? Who is this guy? Is he going to serve actual purpose to the storyline? Okay, so I think I'm going to get my wish here of like a villain lineup here because they've teased these three characters. Okay, yeah, we're getting it. That's a sick design. So he's recruiting, or he's already got him recruited. Is that the episode? Yeah, that's it. Okay, let me talk about that part real quick before I forget. When Gran Torino and All Might were talking, um, that one incident. Was that all inclusive when he said the guy that defeated me, defeated my friend and your master, and gave you that wound on your stomach? Was that all one battle? Like it's like say for instance, All Might passed down One for All to Midoriya, and they both possessed One for All at the same time. Did All Might's predecessor pass One for All down to him, and then they ended up in a battle together, and in that battle his master got killed and he got that injury? Or were those two separate events? Maybe All Might's master got killed and then All Might went for revenge, and that's when he got the stomach injury. I don't know. It would be a lot more cooler if that was kind of one event right there, where like he's taking on Gran Torino, the predecessor, and All Might at the same time, was able to kill him and injure. That would be pretty crazy. And he said, I'm pretty sure he said the one that possessed the All for One, which is like the complete counter opposite to One for All, which makes me think like, is there an opposite side to the coin? Because there's always got to be a positive and a negative reaction. Like what happens on one end has to balance out the scale on the other end. So my thing is there another quirk out there just as strong? Like I know I've been told it 1,000 times. All Might is in a different league of everybody else. Like Endeavor's great and everybody's great, but All Might is miles ahead of them. Like the gap between number one and number two is different. All Might's speed and power, like everything doesn't even compare. But then my question is there the an opposite to that, like an equal but powerful opposite, um, anywhere out there in the world of quirks. It just happened to turn into somebody that turned out to be a villain because, for all we know, All Might could have turned out to be a villain. So maybe the One for All could have been the bad one, and the All for One could have been the good one. Maybe there is no opposite. Maybe that's just what he calls himself, All for One. It would be cool to me to think if there was an opposite side to that coin. Like there's the One for All, there's the All for One. They both could be good, they both could be bad, they could be opposite. If they were both on the same side, you pretty much think it's game over, especially if they're villains. If they're good guys, it really wouldn't even matter because they both be working for justice and everything. So I'm interested to find out about that whole situation and that talk. Besides the episode, I mean, it was filler, but it didn't seem too crazy. It wasn't filler that didn't. It wasn't a filler episode that just like went in a circle that had no progression to like the story. Um, find out what happened to Ida. It seems like he snapped out of it a little bit there. They kind of praised them for what they were able to do. We got this whole kind of like stain image being plastered everywhere. Um, and it's making like the crime rate drop even more. And we got to see the backstory. So that's what I really wanted to see, because we know about Aizawa, and we know about Midnight and Cementos and Endeavor and Gran Torino and the Genus and All Might. Like we know the hero lineup and it's stacked and it's deep. I want to know what the opposite lineup is to that. Um, because I feel like that's how you build stories. Um, don't just have these random villains that like pop up and pop up. Um, have like an actual lineup. I'm kind of think the only story that, I mean, I don't watch every anime under the sun. The story that kind of has villains just pop up and pop up is like Dragon Ball. You know, they don't come out of, they're not in one league, they're not a association. Like you randomly get Frieza pop up, and then Cell pops up, and then and all that kind of happens. But like in the Naruto, you had the reason that it built it so because you had like the Akatsuki, and like even though you knew they were the bad guys, their abilities and their character developed, like everything was like so sick and you loved it, like when those battles were so epic. And another thing that makes me think, another anime that makes me think about that is Tokyo Ghoul. Like seeing like the evil ghouls and everything and that lineup that they had, and everybody knew who they were, and when you saw them you were scared. Like that's what I want to happen right here. Like I want to see a list of villains and like their known villains, and not just to Deku because Deku just researches everything. I want it to be like when you hear that name everybody's kind of like whoa type stuff. So that's what I hope for. Maybe none of that'll happen. We'll go in a completely different direction. I'm sure it'll be great and fine. But I really liked this episode where we got a shot of like that girl was skipping and that guy that's like missing all the skin on his face and his neck, and the other guy that was walking that looked like Stain 2.0. Because I think it'd be really crazy because clearly they look like they're going to have significance in the story. They're not just those random villains that were like at the USJ, not really strong or any kind of threat. They look like they might actually be serious just from those snapshots right there. Why you would snapshot them twice in an episode if we're not going to find out more about them and them not actually be worth anything, should be interesting. But yeah, that was even though it was a slower, I'm not going to say that was filler. It's just kind of a slower episode. Um, there was a lot to digest in it. That's definitely an episode you got to watch over just to read again. But let me know what you guys think. It is 1:30 a.m. right now. I need to get to bed. Got to open the gym in the morning here, but I'm gonna try to get this video up tonight. Hopefully, it'll be up by 2:30 a.m. Eastern time. So it'll be up for you guys all day Saturday and then Saturday night. Dragon Ball Super coming to an end here. Then we got 3 episodes left, and we'll keep it going from there. So I'm hopefully gonna be able to get the last 7 episodes done of My Hero Academia by April, so we can start on time season 3 with everybody else. We'll keep it with the Boruto, which I think is finally at the movie arc stuff. And Dragon Ball Super is reaching its climax, so we got a lot going on. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,